Howdy Droogs, how you doing? Well, if you see my video about everyday carry, what is EDC, I during the making of the video, I actually was playing with my Spyderco Police, which is a new knife to me. That's my excuse. And I was opening and closing it, and I cut my finger. Actually, the knife, I was closing it, and I loosened this blade up a little bit. So I was closing it, and this part, just the very tip of the knife here, somehow, I don't know how I did it now, it kind of went phook, and just cut my finger. And at first I looked and thought, oh, it didn't cut me good. It felt like it did a little bit. I thought, I heard it feel like grazed my finger. I thought, oh, did I cut myself on camera? I looked down, no, it's not cut. And a minute or two later, I look and I got blood on my hands. I got blood on my knife. You can see that, there's blood in my knife. And so my first question to you is, about this scenario, this whole situation is, does this happen to you guys with a new knife? And now once I do it once, I kind of tend to cut myself again, I mean, it's just the oddest thing. Whenever I get a new knife that's razor sharp as this one is, I tend to cut myself with it, I mean, at some point, I'm learning to use it and playing with it, and stuff, and you think I know better by now at my age, but I tend to cut myself. Not every time, but, it seems like every knife I've owned has bit me a little bit like that one time or another. I've got a fresh cut right here. Where is it? Right here. And the same finger, as a matter of fact, right there. You can't see this pretty much healed from my Spyderco military, because I was playing with that one night and adjusting it and doing things, trying to learn how to flip it out and this and that, and it was too tight and blah blah blah. And the thing slipped out of my hand somehow, and as it fell, it went and sliced my finger. I had that on camera. Anyway, my question is, first of all, does this happen to you? Am I the only one who's stupid enough to cut myself with knives on a regular basis, little tiny cuts, not big ones generally, though I've had a few big ones on my day. I mean, this thumb is a little bit shorter than the other one. I'll tell that story someday on camera. So that's my first question. Does it happen to you guys? Am I the only clumsy oaf around, or are there other oafs out there? Like a big dumb troll. Oh, me get knife. Oh, me cut finger. The second question I have is, do you kind of get a kick out of it in a way? For me, I don't mean kick out of it or enjoy. I don't enjoy being cut. I don't enjoy pain. I'm not one of those. But I mean, do you get? For me, when I get cut by a new knife, and especially a knife I really really like. This is gonna sound wrong, but it's kind of like, aha, it's been blooded. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, we used to hear that the Gurkhas in Nepal, I had several kukris when I was a kid, and my friend had one, and he said, or I said, or someone told me that, when Gurkhas pull those out, there's a little notch on the Gurkha knife, a little bitty cutting tool about that big, and someone said what that's for is when the knife comes out of the sheath, and in Gurkha philosophy, it has to draw blood before you put it back in. So they will literally cut themselves and nothing else before they put it back in. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but that was the myth or whatever that I heard again and again and again about Gurkha knives. That serious Gurkhas, that's what they would do. They would, that sounds a bit wrong to me. That wouldn't really be the case, but that's what I used to hear. And so for me, in some ways, when a knife, let's drop it on my leg. Let's hit my femoral artery here and die on camera. Take about a minute or two. It's got blood there for me, and who knows where else in this thing. Anyway, for me, I find it kind of interesting when a knife gets blooded. Not on somebody else, obviously, but on myself. When I cut myself, I'm kind of like, well, it's drawn blood. And I also have more respect for it at that point, which is good too. I should have respect for it in the first place. I realize that. But it's like, when you first get a knife, you don't really, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I mean, that sounds silly, but it made me more fear for it, which is good too, But I just wonder if you guys have that kind of, not philosophy, but whatever, where once a knife is blooded, once it actually is drawn blood, mainly your own, are you kind of like, aha, now it's drawn blood, now it's, or maybe you go hunting and use a hunting knife to skin out an animal, and you say, now it's drawn blood, now it's a real knife, to speak in a sense, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Maybe some of you understand it. I'm not keen on being cut. I don't like blood. I don't really like, drawing blood. I'm just saying. But, the knife has a bit more respect in a sense. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but there's something there. Let me know what you think. Am I crazy or what? Is that nutty? You're probably going to say, yeah, Kelly, you're nutty as a freaking fruitcake. You're crazy as a crap house rat. I probably am. All right, guys, that's it. Good talking to you again. I will catch you later.